Oh, yeah. I really don't like talking with both earbuds in. I'm popping this out. Because, yuck. All right. Doing the one. Hopefully that still sounds all right. Hey, friends. I am going to play the classic LucasArts game Loom, a game I loved as a child, even though it is heavily music based. Like that's the mechanic. That's how you interact with the world. And when I first played it, my computer didn't have like external speakers. I think it was like the piezoelectric thing like on a sound card. Sounded horrible. It was screechy. It was terrible. But I was so excited to play a new game that I stuck it out and I played. My parents are getting ready to sell my childhood home, so they keep dropping things off at my house. And they dropped this bad boy off, the LucasArts Classic Adventure manual on it's got Loom, Monkey Island, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, that adventure game, Maniac Mansion, and Zack McCracken and the Alien Mindbenders, a game no one remembers seemingly but me. So I'll probably play that one after Loom. I remember really loving Loom. Zack McCracken I thought was fun. I don't remember anything about it. Loom, I brought up. My daughter asked me what my favorite color was, and I told her I didn't have one, but I don't like green. And it's genuinely, it might be one of the first jokes in the game is about how the guy doesn't like green. That's a real possibility for why I don't. I mean, I don't really care. Like when my kids ask me what my favorite color is, I simply don't have a strong opinion. Now, this is available on Steam now, but I was trying to play it on my Mac, but it said it wouldn't work because the Mac's too new. So I don't know, fix that maybe. So I have an older, this is the actual like old DOS file that I had as a kid when I put it on Steam. I was playing on there on my Steam Deck, and it has a voice cast. Recording that I have not played that way. I've just had like the terrible chiptune onboard little electric buzzer. I did eventually then get external speakers for the computer and played it with those, and it does sound a lot better. The music's lovely in the game. But I did notice, I'm going to start the game here in a second, when I started it, it had the way they used to like stop you from like copying games illegally was there'd be stuff that you would need from the manual. I don't think this is the actual manual though, now that I'm looking at it. So we're going to start. So this question, what's the secret weave associated with this guild and thread? Uh, I did notice if you click a couple of these, it'll just work. If you do happen to wander over to archive.org and get this file, you can still play it without this. But I feel like I have a book, so I want to see if I can find out if I can find any of these symbols. So you learn different spells, which are like four-note songs called drafts as you go through, but they're different every time, except for I think open and close are the same. Because like to open you play one way and then to close you play it backwards. So all the spells have an opposite when you play them backwards. And this book has that book where you can write it in. So I wrote in there from when I was a wee lad. This was the spell, but it's going to be different this time. So that won't work. I do have, let's see, yellow marker. I should have grabbed something so I can write these down. I could just do it in like a notebook a notepad file on my computer, but I don't know. It feels like I should probably use the book since I have it. I am not seeing like an easy to look at thing. It looks like a sheep and a shepherd's crook. So like the spells in this book, there's pictures. Let's see if we got one with a guy with a sheep. I see a dog. See a dog? Man, this isn't the point of the stream, but I want to get a dog more than anything else in the world, and my wife and kids don't. Real point of contention, if I'm being honest. Another dog. We've got sleeping. We've got sharpening. These are just some of the many spells. Then there's transcendence, which I think is like the big end game. I don't see anything in here that will answer this question, which is a little disappointing. I was kind of hoping to stick to the manual. Got Monkey Island. All right, I went too far for a Monkey Island. There's a lot of like hints that I'm not going to read. I kind of remember this being like a pretty simple game. I did read a little bit of the write-up about Loom in here, and it's not like you can't get. Maybe you can, but intentionally, like you can't get stuck. Like you're not gonna die. Just go through and like look around and try to figure stuff out. The puzzles aren't hard. There will be something you have to open, and you got to go find the spell to open. But it's usually like if you click on something on that frame, boom, it's open. It'll play the song and then show you what the notes are. So you list the things in what's called the Book of Patterns. So what is the secret weave associated with this guild and thread? I'm not seeing it in here. But I'm also just kind of casually thumbing through it while I talk to nobody while I play a video game on the internet. It's kind of a bummer. All right, I'm just going to click randomly. Maybe it's this one. No. Maybe it's this one. No. Maybe it's this one. No. Maybe it's this one. There we go. They don't want to hurt your feelings. They want you to play the game. But there's another one, I think, for what game is this? For Zach McCracken, there is just like essentially a code book where it's like just that for pages and pages of stuff you need to reference. So it is, I would say, nigh unplayable. I didn't pay attention to the thing. I'm using an emulator called Boxer, which was the only way I could get this to run. I'm going to turn that down quite a bit. I don't know if you can hear. I don't know if you're watching. I don't know if you care. Do you want to watch a middle-aged man play a game from his childhood? Who knows? I don't know what you people are into. Yeah, so when I was playing on Steam Deck, like this was all Steam Deck. This was all narrated quite well, I would say. But since I can't get that one to run on Mac, and I don't want to go through all the physical setup of getting the stream from my Steam Deck, figured this was easier. Here we go. I did not pay attention to the thing. Command click. Okay, I couldn't figure out how to free my mouse from Boxer. So that's your guy. Excuse me. That's your guy, Bob and Threadbare. I've never played like an old point and click. It's in the name. You point, you click, he walks. You find stuff you can interact with in the world. You can double click it, or you click down here. Last leaf of the year. The leaf fell down. What does that do? I don't know. Just shows you that you can interact with the world. We got stars. It's dawn. Alright, great. Okay, where you gotta click to get him to actually walk down. Oh, hang on. I did notice. Alright, I did say that the music is good, but that little repeating trill is getting quite annoying. Is it just because I was standing there? Is it to discourage you from standing around and try to sign into your Google account in OBS so you can interact with people? Because what's the point of playing a video game if you're not trying to generate content out of it, you know? So you can see there's this little camp down there. That's where the story kind of kicks off. There's some spooky trees. I forget. I didn't play very much of this when I was doing it on Steam Deck the other day. I got off this beginning island and then realized I wasn't writing down the spells as I was going. I would have to start over, and then decided to just do it with you guys. So I forget which one of these I have to go into first. Probably not this one because it's dark and I can't see it. So there's some gold. It is a weird, like, people ought to clean up after themselves because there's a big pile of gold on the ground. Not a great joke, but an irreverent joke that I kind of like, if I'm being honest. All right. OBS is asking me for a passkey to sign in, and I don't. But then it won't load. Alright, maybe I'll try it in a different window. I signed in from settings, so I don't know why this isn't working. Let's see, maybe I get an email that says, oh, are you trying to sign in? I am trying to sign in. Ooh. Do I remember my Google password? There's that annoying sound again. I really don't like that. Is it because I'm standing there in game and you don't like that? I was trying to click an OBS. Alright, stop. I'm begging you. I don't know if the sound is going through. I had problems with that the last time I was trying to play a sound from an app over something. Alright. I'm just gonna let him stand there. And then if that annoying trill thing comes back, I think we're gonna have to. I can't mute it because it is like the game you do sort of really need. You do sort of really need the music to be able to play it. Maybe not. Maybe you could do it visually. But I like it. I like the. I like the music in the game. I'm just going through it and trying to find. God, let's try this. Man, I understand that two-factor authentication is good and important. It's also kind of a pain, you know. Sometimes you just wanna do the thing, you know. Like now, it's like, oh, we sent a notification to your phone. No, you didn't. You didn't. I'm looking. I got my phone right in front of me. What are we doing here, phone? This is probably the best part of this for you, the viewer, watching an old man struggle with technology. Like he keeps saying, "Hey, we sent you this notification," but they did. They're liars. Oh, it's because I'm in. I hate this. I was in the Google app, not the Gmail app. Get at. It's the same thing. You know what I want to do, phone. There we go. Done. Oh yeah. I wrote oh yeah in the chat for, you know, the benefit of you, the viewer. Let's just make sure this is even working. It sure looks like it. Keep that muted. Why do I sound echoey, do we think? Hmm. I turned down the thing in OBS. I think I was using my camera, the AirPod mic, because it's usually better than the MacBook mic, but I think that was turned on by default, which I didn't realize. No, I still sound quite bad. Hmm. Ooh, what if we do this? What if we kill the AirPods audio? I'm just waiting. It's on a delay from the stream, so I can actually hear it. And then, ooh, that did it. Say something else, me. All right. I mean, that doesn't sound great, but I also don't care if I'm being honest. We'll get this streamlined for later. We got we got to dip back in. See what Bob and Threadbare. Man, you know what? No, hang on. I got a better mic. It's right here. You guys deserve only the best audio experience from your comedian friend. All right. AirPods audio. Trashed. We're adding. There we go. All right. I'm plugging this in later. Use the AirPod together. All right. You know I'm ripping cords out left and right. All right. Let's see here. Now I have to switch sound to this. Oh wait, we want, that's the game. We need that. All right. And I think we're, what is happening? What other audio is there? I just want the one. Thank you, game. All right. That should be it. I'm just listening for the delay. There we go. All right. We in it. I'm going to mute so I don't have to listen to myself talk. God, can you imagine? All right. Here we go. I think this is where I have to go into this little hut. We're going to learn some spells. I'm trying to put the chat thing where I can see it in the event that anyone wants to talk to me. Ooh, but it's hiding it when I put it there. All right. Hang on. No, I don't want it to be enormous. Thank you. No, thank you. Stop resizing it to make it very big just because I tried to move it over. And there's the game. So the tones, which I'm hoping came through. Ooh, you know what? I haven't even really been listening. Yeah, I don't think it's coming through. I'm going to bail on this, I think. Or I'm going to... Maybe not. Yeah, because it's so music-based. I feel like you guys... If we're not hearing the music, what are we even doing, you know? Also, I don't remember how to save and stuff. And like I like on emulators, just doing save states and stuff I'm used to. All right, I think we're early enough into this that we can try to figure it out. All right, I'm going to go in here just because I know I can make the game make noises. Because now I'm not hearing it either, and I'm worried that it's working, but it's not playing sound just because it's not a part of the game where it's playing any sounds. Okay, so I got bars in OBS. Let's dip back over here. I'm going to listen back. We'll get this to work. I understand if this is not entertaining. No, that works. All right, great. So I actually have to go back to a different part. Man, this ate up most... Just getting this dumb thing to work has eaten up most of the time I had to do this. Before my wife comes home from work. And then we go to my in-laws for dinner. Maybe if you've not played a game from... When was this? 90, 91? You're watching this and think, wow, this is incredibly slow. So very little is happening. That's kind of the game. Like, that's not exclusively me and messing around with settings trying to get this to work. This is just kind of the vibe of a lot of games from the era. It's a lot of, you just got to click a bunch of times to get this guy to walk down a long, admittedly beautiful hallway. The art in this game is another thing that I really enjoy. But I clicked and we're just watching him walk down there. In no rush. There's not like a run button. You just point and you click. Ooh, I did just realize this next part is probably going to be real boring if you're just reading it. I mean, for me specifically. It was nice with the voice cast. Now, imagine this coming out of an onboard buzzer instead of your beautiful Sound Blaster external speakers. Oh. So Dame Hetchel, she's been up to some mess. The elders aren't happy. Oh, I double click back. Oh, there we go. So the boy she's referring to is me. I'm that boy. You're playing as Bobbin Threadbare is your name. They're talking about you. I don't think Bobbin realizes that he's the one being discussed. But in a pretty classic Chosen One scenario, the elders are afraid. So there, she's like your ally. She wants to help you. They want to get rid of you. I've not really been reading this while it goes on. These designs, I loved. I drew these characters so much when I was a kid. I was flipping through thinking I might have filled in this book a little bit, but there's not really margins to do that. Lady Signa, I think, is Bobbin's mom, if I remember correctly. So they're leaving it up to the Loom. The Loom's going to decide what happens to Elder Hetchel. She done got egged. She got turned into a swan. And then is now an egg. Man, if only there was some kind of spell that could open things and let that little goose out of there, you know? This is a non-alcoholic beer from Bureau. Not a sponsor, just a beverage I enjoy. I think that's the one that Tom Holland, the Spider Boy, I think he's involved in that company. I'm that demon boy. They're worried it's me. Yeah. So Signa's your mom. You're Bobbin Threadbare. You're the Loom child, baby. They're scared of you. They're going to turn into swans and fly away like cowards. There's a lot of swans for 3 dudes flying out of a building. I'm assuming that's the town. Like, that's all of them. It's probably not just you and 4 old people on an island. I just noticed it is snowing. Here in New Jersey, a thing I knew it was going to do today. Didn't realize it was quite so soon. Also probably explains why I have a headache. A fun thing about being an old man with various medical conditions is every time it rains or snows, it makes your head hurt quite a bit. He sounds I should look up who did the voice for the Steam version. Does a great job. He sounds so, like, defeated. We're going to steal this guy's staff real quick. All right, so you can see the musical scale. The lit up notes are the ones that you have access to. So the way you do it is you point at the thing you want to do a spell on. And then you play, I think they're all 4 notes. But we have to open this egg, and I can look up, that's the only one that's the same, and the one at the very end I think is the same, the Transcendent spell. I could look in the book, but that's not fun. I mean, it is, but I think if we, okay. So that's the Transcendent spell. That'll turn me into a swan at the end. But I don't want to turn into a swan right now. I gotta help this egg. Maybe if we click the egg. ECED. Let's try that. There we go. Now our friend's a swan. A little baby. Like that again. Like that is You know perfectly well it's me. I saw you watching. That's not the platonic definition of a joke, right? But I remember it as a kid of just like that tone of this game where there are like little almost jokes all the way through that just make playing this like beautiful chill game more enjoyable. And like look at that little face. You're going to play this game as a 10-year-old or whatever and tell me you don't love it? I'm going to check my adventure manual here. When was this published? That'll crack. I could also just Google it, but I'm not going to do that because Google was giving me such a hard time when I was trying to get my stupid account signed in. Doesn't say unusual. No publishing date on there. Oh, here we go to the end. Loom is 1990. Nailed it, I believe. That is what I said the first time. So I would have been 7. I don't know if I played this game then. It might have been a couple years later. I remember my friend gave me his copies of the discs and let me borrow his book so that I could get past that first part. The elders are banished. Oh no. Oh man, something messed up with that loom. Who's going to fix it? Who will save the loom? Bob and Threadbare, that's who. Not a third shadow. Who's got time for that? There's not a lot of these extended cutscenes, if I remember correctly. They do go down a little bit easier with the voice acting, I'll admit. Who's going to stop the chaos? Ooh, we could embrace the chaos. That's an excellent point, Mother Hatchel. We could embrace the chaos. All right, we got to find that flock. Even though they hate us? They turned her into an egg, and they were talking about killing Bobbin, so I don't think they're going to be thrilled to see us. So as you play, right, you get C, D, and E to start. As you play, you get more notes on the staff, allowing you to play different spells. A couple times you'll find a spell and realize you can't cast it because you don't know that note yet. So I think it goes by number. I don't know if like a specific spell unlocks a new note when you learn it, or if it's when you learn X number of spells you get a new note. I don't know. Guys, Loom rips. This is I like this game. See, like, wish I knew why everyone keeps calling me Loom Child. Not a joke. And the line delivery, the cat doing the voice on the Steam version, sells it. Like, it sells it as... He just seems kind of mildly annoyed to be on this adventure, which, as a guy who would be mildly annoyed if put upon an adventure, I can relate to. It is really boring walking down this hallway. I don't remember how long this game is. Is this like you can bang this out in an afternoon game, or is this... I remember being multiple discs of the 3.5 floppies. I deleted TikTok off my phone, but there was an account that I followed of a young woman who has like a bunch of retro computer stuff. And old idiots were loving arguing with her over when she would call 3.5-inch discs floppies. And they're like, that's not floppies, 5.25 are floppies, but 3.5 is it's a floppy disk. I was hoping if we clicked into the darkness, we would learn the darkness spell. So I can see. Maybe we can't do that yet. A frustrating thing about this style of game, even though I do enjoy it, is it's a lot of back and forth. Day of the Tentacle, when that remake came out, I remember playing it. Something to my right just made a weird sound. Didn't sound electronic. I don't know what it was. Ooh, I'm going to check this. In the Steam game, this didn't... This is the book of patterns that Hetcha lets me read sometimes. When I did the Steam version, it didn't let me pick it up. It said, like, I've read that already. So let's see here. Okay, so that is, I think, to empty something and fill it back up. But I think we can... There we go. CD. I'm going to write that in my book for, let's see here. I'm really looking forward to also playing Zach McCracken. I did, when I found out you could find old DOS games on archive.org, I cracked that one open and played it for a little bit. You know what? As CDC, that's already... The one that I have, the last time I played this game as a child, the dying spell, was CD. I'm going to write it in hard to read yellow on old white paper. I got to find a better writing utensil as we move on. So like these bad boys, I can go CD and make them green. But Bobbin hates green. He's not going to like that. But he's thrilled. He did a spell. Good for you, buddy. But since he hates green, we're going to change it back. Like I said, I didn't play very far into this when I was doing it on Steam. But I think I got off this island, which you have to learn, I think, the F to be able to do it. But nothing happened when I did that. I think they all have to be white. Were the ones up there white or green? Looks better in white. I'm having a hard time telling what color those are supposed to be. The wool hasn't been dyed yet. All right, well, let's dye it and dye it back, I guess. I thought getting these all to be white was a thing that you had to do to learn F. But maybe I'm wrong. All right, nothing happened. Or maybe, like I said, I don't know if it's a specific thing or if you just have to learn a certain number of spells. But let's try this one again. Let's consult the book. Strong to gold, night vision. I don't know, CCCC was when I was a child. And the other one was the same. Nope. But when I was playing this on Steam, I think when I double-clicked the darkness, I heard the song. Oh, you gotta learn it from Owl. Obviously, you stupid idiot. You can't see in the dark unless you go find an owl. Everyone knows that. Let's go down here first, just because I know there's stuff I can do. At this pier, so like these guys, this is a good example. So to open something, it's the same one every time. It's already in the book. I already learned it. But you, by clicking on stuff in the environment, I know I just played it, but I don't remember what it was. Opening, ECED. So now that clam's going to open. Heck yeah, clam. Oh, no, the seagull eat. I don't remember why this... if this is just something you can do or if it is important. We're going to go back. Oh, but with Day of the Tentacle, it is so much. You're switching between characters. You're switching between times. You got to like find a thing and go back to another place to use that thing on somebody else. The owls are in those trees, but I think we got to get this owl to move first. Or I forget. Sound asleep? Oh, this part made me sad. So the rabbit runs away, the owl gets the rabbit. I'm sorry, little rabbit. That's your mother's grave. Destiny shall draw the lightning down from heaven, roll its thunder far across the sea to where I wait upon the shore of wonder on the day the sky is opened and the tree is split asunder. You guys are never going to guess which day that is. All right, so to get night vision, we have to find all these out. So we have to get all the owls in the tree. It's going to be, I think it's going to be, I might be able to just use my book. I think you do have to learn them in game. I don't think you can just roll up on stuff. All right, yeah, it was CCCC. But you do have to learn it in game. You can't just use it from a manual from 30 years ago. Interesting. Interesting mechanic. So now we walk back. I know I complained at the one point that the music was a little bit annoying. No music. Yeah, CCCC. Write that down too. There's a shrinkage spell. In case it's cold, you got to do the opposite one. Costanza. All right, so that's spinning. CCCE. Oh, wait. There we go. You gotta do it backwards. And we've learned the F. Ooh, but a different one. When I was a child, it was DEDC. CCCE. This is really going to be hard to read when I have to do this later. If I have to check. Let me dig around on my... Ooh, I have a very thick red. Very thick red marker. That'll probably be easier to read, harder to write with. I am worried about it bleeding through the pages. These are great, by the way. Again, not a sponsor. These Sharpie creative markers. I keep them if I'm selling CDs at a show or whatever, because the gloss finish on like the CDs, it's hard to find something that'll write on it. Those things work a treat. They will write on just about anything. If you want to, I don't know, do graffiti, you could do that. You know, do some graffiti with these markers. Write your opinions on stuff. Right, that's what I was trying to do it back. Bobbin. You said we should turn it back. I was trying to turn it back. I'm trying to help you, my guy. There we go. So now we know F, which is going to be important later. But we got to go back to the start. My point of backtracking constantly in these games. I think we can get off the island and then call it. Because almost time to go to dinner. And I wasted most of my time getting this set up, but now I have all the settings saved for next time I want to stream Loom. Which will probably be this weekend. All right. So that leaf is gone, excuse me. But you'll remember we could look at the sky. And we are going to open that bad boy up as per our mother's grave the day the sky opened. So that branch falls down. There were a couple in-game hints that is what you're supposed to do. Typically with this kind of adventure game, just look for anything you can interact with that you didn't interact with before. I don't remember what the hint was, but when I was like, I didn't remember that I had to do that, but I saw that I could see it. There was like something about like, oh, like look up at the stars, and I saw that you could interact with them. And then it says, oh, I should get closer. I remembered you start up on that big weird spire. So I got closer, open the skies. Boom. That tree fell. That's going to be important in getting us off the island. So again, now we click over there, and then you know, just watch your buddy slowly walk down a mountain. Take your time, Bobbin. The children are in no rush. The children yearn for the loom. So now, we saw in that cutscene, the tree got hit by lightning, fell down, floated over the pier where our seagull friends were hanging out. Now it's floating in the water. Let's go see what that's all about. And boom. Now we got ourselves a boat. And we're back to some beautiful in-game music. I don't know. We already saw birds fly, so... Oh no, a big tornado. What are we going to do? This is one of those things where... I'll just do it. I was going to say, if you try to sail past it, you get thrown back, but then it just slows everything down. Because it takes so long to watch this happen. You get pulled up into the water spout, you get sent back, you got to sail back over. It's a whole thing. But it's a funny animation. So if I'm doing this for the benefit of anyone watching, you deserve to watch Bobbin Threadbare get chucked by a water spout. But that's what happens when you just try to sail right past it. How are we going to get past it? It's a big tornado in the water. We're just a little guy with a stick. Whatever will we do? So we're going to click that bad boy again. We're not going to sail into it again. We're just going to click it, and then he's going to say, I don't want to get any closer. CF, CC. We're going to write that bad boy down. I just have to find twisting. CFCC is also the one. I'm going to go over it in red so we know. That is the spell from when I was a child as well. Close the book. Immediately forgot what it was. CFCC. So what we want to do is CCFC because we want to untwist it. I think. There we go. That's the twisting spell. It says there's descriptions for the spells in the book. The origins of this ancient draft are lost in history. The earliest references to it are woven into the foremost hem of the long tapestry beside the thread depicting the manipulation of flax and yarn by hand. Tradition has it that the 4 notes were derived from the rhythmic squeak of the first elder Swellfax's own spindle. There you go. Bit of Loom lore for you. But now we can go to this other island. Ta-da! We did it. We made it to a second location. And we got G. It's 2 more. Can we touch that starfish? No. We got an emerald city over there. We got some woods. This was the part where I turned around. I went up here when I saw these cats you're about to meet. I realized I was not writing down the spells. And I forgot that that was important. DC, CG. DC, CG. DC, CG. There we go. These guys aren't very nice. People aren't nice to Bobbin in this game. Maybe that's why I related to it as a socially awkward child. See, like, swans don't live in the woods. That is, for whatever reason, very funny to me. The guy in a robe carrying a big stick? Yeah, it's probably a wizard dog. So this was the part where I forgot that I was supposed to be writing drafts down. And then I didn't know any of them to prove to them that I was a wizard. So let's point at these ding-dongs. And try to turn them back to being invisible. What if we go backwards? It says it won't work on the shepherds. But they used it. They know this one. Why can't I do it if I do it? Yeah. Let's see. What spells do I know? Not a lot. Can I twist them? I mean, trying to use open on one of them doesn't seem good. Give them night vision, maybe? I I don't remember what I'm supposed to do. I know I can go back. There's stuff I can do in that city. I'm going to do that. What I am going to try to do is figure out how to save this game because I don't want to do that all again, is the thing. I would love to not have to repeat that. I do realize the chat got buried. Where did that go? But nobody was in here anyway, so problem solved. There's the arranging. No, that's not what I want to do. Where are you going, bud? I clicked by accident. Now he's running away. Oh, you know what? I think it says actually in my manual. How do I save in you, Loom? Oh, maybe I just get camouflaged and then I go back past them. But it wouldn't let me cast it on myself. All right. Loading Loom. Maybe it doesn't save how to save. All right. I will figure this out. I'm going to kill the stream. If you watch this later, I appreciate you. I hope you give this game a try. And if you want to see me do something that I'm better at than playing old video games, besides Dr. Mario, I'm great at that one. 1990, actually, pretty big year for video games that I love. That's when Dr. Mario came out, and that's the thing that I'm greatest at. It's the thing that last time I was streaming games, I was doing that. So I'm going to stop this, but thanks for hanging out if you watch this at any point. Loom is a fun game.